My father smirked, twirling his glass of Merlot. "You think you fit in at a place like this?" My sister, leaning close to my mother, murmured just loud enough for the table to catch. "She reeks of barnyard." I stayed silent, smoothing my napkin across my lap with a faint smile. They had no idea. 5 years ago, I'd left the city in shame, the oddball farm girl who ditched college to raise hogs. My name vanished from family gatherings, erased from holiday cards. But tonight, they'd waited weeks for a table at this upscale rustic restaurant they couldn't stop posting about online. They didn't know it was mine. Then the manager approached, his tone steady but deliberate. "Good evening, Miss Claire. Your private table is set." My father sputtered into his wine. That moment, everything shifted. I'd been waiting 5 years for it. I wasn't always the woman who made my father choke on his Merlot. Once I was just Claire Morgan, the middle child, the misfit, the one chasing dreams that didn't match the family's polished image. Growing up in suburban Massachusetts meant starched school uniforms, lacrosse practice, and dinner table debates about GPAs and elite colleges. My older sister Emily was their golden child, straight-A student, Harvard-bound, fluent in Spanish by junior year. My younger brother was being molded for Wall Street. And me? I loved pigs. Not as a quirky hobby, but with a deep fascination. By 13, I could explain pasture rotation and humane breeding better than most grown-ups. While my siblings joined Model UN, I worked weekends at a nearby farm, shoveling manure, bottle-feeding piglets, and studying the nuances of corn versus alfalfa feed. My mother once called me earthy with a wrinkled nose. At 15, I declared I'd raise rare-breed hogs and start a sustainable business. My father, skimming his Financial Times, didn't look up. "That's not a career," he said. "That's just filth with a daydream." Emily snickered. "What, gonna start Swine Queen LLC?" I went quiet, but my mind was already mapping it out. I went to college as they demanded. 2 semesters in, I walked away. The day I broke the news, my father's fist hit the table. "You're tossing our legacy for pig slop." My mother, always icier, stood and left without a word. After that, I was erased. No invites, no birthday texts, not even a call when my grandfather died. I wasn't shocked. In the Morgan family, love came with terms, and I'd broken them all. With my meager savings, I leased a small plot in rural New Hampshire. It wasn't pretty. A used trailer, thrift store boots, and pigs as my only kin. But for the first time, I felt alive. Even through 16-hour days in icy mud, sleepless nights in a lonely trailer, and selling bacon for pocket change at local markets, I never regretted it. I believed something they didn't. That hard work, integrity, and purpose could grow something extraordinary, even if it began in dirt. Those first years were grueling. I started with 8 hogs, strays from a failed farm left to fend for themselves in a harsh winter. I built pens from scrap lumber and slept in a trailer with a flickering heater. Every cent went to feed and vet costs. Rest was a luxury I couldn't afford. Locals dubbed me the hog girl, half mocking, half pitying at the corner store. Even nearby farmers scoffed when I talked about raising pigs without chemicals or cages, letting them roam fields and root naturally. "Sounds sweet till they wreck your land," one grumbled.
I can't tell you the full story in this short video. If you want to see the full story, the link is given below. Click on it to watch the full story.